Today's episode is sponsored by Ashanta Organic Coffee. You can find them at Instagram or Facebook. A great way to start off your day. One of Denver's best, Ashanta Organic Coffee. What's up, Steve?
What's up?
Hey, Steve O'Malley with
Yup.
Zone Seperation.
Yep, the Zone of Separation. Yep.
All
Steve
right.
O'Malley, chopping it up with Shelly. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good. What's new with you?
Not too much. Nah,
Not
just
too
getting ready for
much?
like summertime, honestly. That's pretty much it. Just been like designing some new stuff for the summer.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about Zone Seperation.
So like my brand is all about really just like separating yourself, being like the best version of you that you could possibly be. But like through being the best version you could possibly be, I honestly try to preach like a lot of independence and like authenticity.
Mm-hmm.
So being like your authentic self and but through all of that, like bringing things to the world that people like outside of yourself can take something from.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a dope concept.
Yeah. And like I do more than like designs and stuff, but like the fashion with designs is kind of how I've like initially started to kind of just introduce the brand and everything to the world.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. About that.
That's awesome. Yeah, with safety first.
Honestly, I never wear my seatbelt in my car.
I'm gonna make a stop at Starbucks. You down?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's dope. You know, a lot of people need to really focus on, or we strive to focus on, being the best version of ourselves, you know, a better form of ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's crazy because like even in relationships, you know, you can lose yourself. And, you know, I feel like we're all put on this earth to serve a purpose.
Yeah.
The purpose is to become the best version of ourselves so that we can help others and utilize the gifts that we were given, right?
Oh, for sure.
But at the same time, it's like when you get involved with the wrong people, whether it's in relationship or just in business or whatever, it could be a major distraction from you actually accomplishing the best version of yourself, you know?
No, for sure. I totally agree. But I feel like I guess if you're around the wrong people, you're not really fulfilling your right purpose. So you kind of gotta just like shake and move and find some new people to be around. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. But then there's also, you know, like instances where people have like, you know, like childhood trauma to where I feel like they kind of blindly allow themselves to be around people that are not for them. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. No, I've definitely seen that.
Holy shit, that guy almost, man, we should turn this camera around and record these people almost killing people.
That was crazy.
Dang, you never can tell what's going to happen when you're on a scooter.
That was nuts. But yeah, I agree with that. I've seen that happen, like with some of my friends, to be honest, and just how like it's kind of like it's like a low key, like they don't even know it, but it's kind of like they manipulate like themselves and the people around them, just like not by making the best decisions and doing the best thing.
What do you want from Starbucks?
Shoot, I don't even know.
You want a frappuccino or a hot coffee or what?
I do like the matcha frappuccino, I guess.
Could I get a let's see, a caramel ribbon crunch frappuccino, like a tall? And then what is it?
Just like a matcha frappuccino.
Matcha?
Yeah, it's that green stuff.
Can I get a matcha frappuccino? What size? Oh, what size?
It don't matter.
Let's make both of those actually a venti, if that's all right. Okay. That'll be it? Okay, cool.
If I ever come here, it's like for my mother, like on the way to her house. You know?
Oh yeah. So I see you have one of your shirts on.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope. I love that.
It's just like the basic. It's just like the logo, I guess.
What did you come up with? And I'm wearing one too, and we'll get a better picture of it. All right. How did you come up with that idea?
Well, like it's kind of like just like I guess like historical in essence, but my dad, he was in the army, when I was young, he got deployed for like basically like a year to Bosnia. So he was gone for like a whole year. And then when he came back, he had like a tattoo, it was like of a cross, and then it had like ZOS in the middle of it.
Oh, thank you. Flew like a Grinch.
But yeah, then it had like ZOS in the middle of it, and then just like me and my brother's name on like the top and the bottom of the cross.
Oh wow.
But he wouldn't tell us like what ZOS meant for like a very long time. But like I guess like when he felt like we were ready to, I guess like know what it meant, he told us. But it was kind of just what I told you, just like the zone of separation, and he was just like kind of like it's like the time to like lock in, just like really like separate yourself from like the pack and just from like just like the norm in essence. But I looked it up, and in Bosnia, like the zone of separation, what it was in Bosnia, it's like a literal like zone of separation from like the battle zone and like the safety zone.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's kind of where it comes from.
But you know, that can apply to life like majorly. Like, you know, you're in the zone of safety and would you say battle?
Yeah.
All the time.
No,
between good and evil choices, bad choices, good choices.
Nah, literally.
That's interesting.
And yeah, it's like it was like in Bosnia, it was literally like just like I guess like a few miles of like a road that would separate that from the other side.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I'm always interested to see how you guys come up with these ideas for your brands and stuff like that.
And then like the reason I chose the tree is kind of like the O in the logo is just because like I feel like a tree's journey is kind of similar to like people's journey in essence, but so like we all start small, kind of like as a seed, you know what I mean? And eventually you gotta like grow roots to even like break the surface to grow at all. And I just think that's like first relatable to like our journey as well. But then like in order to grow, you gotta kind of like nurture yourself. So you gotta be being around like the right people. You gotta be consuming the right things, right type of food, just like right type of energy, right type of everything. And I feel like without that, you'll never really grow. But like a tree can only be a tree. And I feel like people can only be themselves necessarily. So even if you're not around like the right people, you'll always kind of, I guess, try to be who you're supposed to be, but you'll never fulfill what that truly is. You know what I mean? Because you're not giving it like the right nutrients and
absolutely
all that type of stuff.
What's crazy too about a tree is it has its seasons too.
Yeah.
You know, where it sheds its, you know, its leaves and stuff. Yeah. And I don't know who said it, but there was, you know, a definition of like a tree in your life would be like the trunk would be your family, you know, the branches would be like people that are close to you, and then the leaves are people that you know, come in and out or pretty much leave your life. They're only there for a short season. You know what I'm saying? Where do we want to sit at?
Here, like go around again.
Okay.
It's not like go ahead.
How many times have you been in City Park? You live over here?
I live right over here, yeah. I grew up in this park, basically. But the reason why I wanted to come over here is because they got the statue of Martin Luther King.
Okay.
But the way the statue is built is Martin Luther King, he basically like sits on top of like Rosa Parks, Frederick Douglass. It's who else? Like Sojourner Truth. And then, but I like it because he's standing on their shoulders in essence. So like the statue is like it's a symbol of like he couldn't do what he did without them.
Okay.
And I feel like my brand kind of carries that same essence. It's like you kind of got to know where you come from and just like the roots of everything in order to be like what you truly are. But then it also like I say that to say like you have to be yourself and like live your purpose in order for somebody else to do what they need to do.
So City Park, man, I wonder if the kids ditch school and come over here all the time.
They might, I don't know, but it's also it could be their lunch break, but who knows.
You got any big plans for the summer?
So we're gonna try to hit Juneteenth. We're gonna try to hit the Black Arts Festival, the Cherry Creek Arts Festival. But that's like outside of online. That's gonna be where you mainly see us, like face to face.
Okay. So if they go on to your website, can they put in an order for?
So right now we only got the hoodies on there. Right now we sold out of like all of the t-shirts. But this summer we're working on doing like some accessories and then some more t-shirts.
Okay.
And then we should have some like crop tops too.
I definitely want the t-shirt that you have on.
Yeah, this is just like literally like just like the basic normal
I like
tee,
it.
yeah.
It's sometimes simple is perfect, you know?
Yeah.
What does the back look like?
It's just like the tree, just a
Oh,
black tree.
okay.
Yeah. Or a white tree, I guess, yeah.
Okay.
And then I have like the same one of this, but like reverse. So it'll be an all white shirt with like the black logos.
Are you gonna try to get are you gonna try to get like a little vendor spot, or are you gonna just?
Honestly, I'm not sure. Like, you mean like an actual brick and mortar store, or
Like at Juneteenth?
Oh yeah. We'll get a little spot. We had one last year. We probably get one this year as well. But yeah, we try to do that. But yeah, literally, it got like Martin Luther King like at the top, and like on the bottom, like going around, it's like everybody else. But like Frederick Douglass, yeah, like Sojourner Truth, and then
Is that Gandhi?
Rosa Parks and Gandhi. Yeah, so it's Gandhi.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
That's cool. So, tell me about this.
So failing forward, so like all my designs, they kind of like messages. Like, it's like the brand, like recognition, and just like, you know, the logo as well. Failing forward is just kind of like a message that like no success is like really gonna come easy, and that failure is gonna come with any journey. And that like if you are failing, the only way to like truly fail is to like stop what you're doing, to like quit essentially. So like if you are failing, like it's a good thing, 'cause that means like you're moving forward. So like that's kind of what that hoodie means, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
So do you have podcasts also?
I do, but we haven't shot one in like almost 2 years. Like we're working on like bringing it back and just like honestly like making the production of it better and everything. And honestly, we're gonna change the name of it to like the Zone of Separation podcast and everything. But that is like something we're working on and coming soon. It's yeah, me and Anthony. Yeah.
What kind of stuff do you guys talk about?
On there, like the same type of things. Like I feel like just like how to separate yourself, like things that we're working on and things that we've experienced like in our personal journeys and like what we.
Your podcast. What kind of stuff do you guys talk about?
So we talk about like I guess a whole bunch of stuff, but like kind of like how to separate yourself. Like our personal like journeys, kind of like the things we've been through and experienced, and like how we've like gotten through those things, and just like what we've learned from them, what we've taken away from them, that type of stuff. But just like I guess like that pretty much, and just like our ideas on certain things that are happening in the world.
Where do you see your brand going, or where would you visualize it going?
Honestly, like I see my brand as more of like a creative studio, so I want to expand. I want to start creating like short films, like short movies that also like depict the same things that my designs kind of convey, and just like messages that I feel like people could take things from. But also just like getting into just like more media. So like I have a friend that makes music, but he makes like a lot of music that talks about those same like messages and stuff. But just like giving people like outlets and like ways to do that. But just I guess like through my brand. So like just having like a really big like global brand that kind of has the hand and everything at some point, you know.
How difficult has it been? What kind of obstacles have you had that getting the brand made?
Like I do a couple things.
Outsource?
It depends. So like the hoodie you have on, I outsourced from a manufacturer. So like I gave them the design, and then like we did like a few like trials, like rough drafts essentially, and then we tweaked those, and then got to like the final design, like what you're wearing now. And then like the shirt that I'm wearing, like basically I buy these t-shirts blank from a different company, and then I print them myself as well. Like literally at my house.
You have a heat press?
It's not a heat press. It's a screen press. So like it's literally like you got to get like the design put onto like a screen mesh.
Sure.
And then like you get like some ink, you put the shirt down, and then like you put the screen down, like swipe it with the ink, swipe it back, pick it up, and then you gotta like dry it.
Is that more of like a old school type of way?
But one thing that I like about using my screen press is just like every item like that I print has like touched my hands. So it's kind of just like more personal, you know what I mean?
So has it been difficult dealing with manufacturers or anything like that?
A little bit, yeah.
It could be pretty pricey, huh?
It could be pricey. It's the logistics that's the most pricey. And then like most of the manufacturers that are affordable are just in different like countries. So like we're just on 2 different time schedules. So like when it's like 10 p.m. here, it's like 8 a.m. there.
Do you feel like the price point on your merchandise? So like you feel like because the manufacturers hit you at a higher price to have it developed, that it's harder to reduce the price on the market? Like
No. Cause like I still get it at I would say like an affordable price, like a decent price, like a good enough price to where I could definitely make a profit off of it. You just have to market the product well enough to sell it. I would say that's also like one of the harder parts. Like people aren't going to buy what they don't know or what they can't see. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So would you like to be like in retail one day or anything like that?
Like my products?
Yeah.
Like maybe. Like I'm big on independence, so like I'm not too sure about like having like, yeah, you know. And I also just like controlling. Like I'm kind of a control freak when it comes to my stuff, and just like my life as well. I try to control the things I can control.
So where can they find you at?
So they can find me on Instagram. It's at Zone of Seperation, and then our website is zoneofseparation.org.
Great. And then what about your podcast?
My podcast. So our podcast isn't out yet, but when it is out, it'll be the Zone of Separation podcast.
So
yep, on YouTube. Yep, like literally Spotify, anywhere you listen to your podcast. It'll be
Are you gonna do audio only or both?
It'll be audio and video.
Okay. Cool.
Yep, it'll be both.
Right, cool. So check him out, Steve O'Malley with
Zone of Separation.
Zone of Separation.
Yep. For sure. Check me out.
All right, you guys, one of Denver's best right here.
No, I appreciate it.
Well, I really appreciate talking to you today. Thanks for taking the time to run around with me.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was good to chop it up with Shelly. You know?
Yeah, you guys definitely check out his brand.
Yeah, no, please do.
Thank you again.
No, thank you.
We'll talk to you soon.
Yep.
All right, you guys, check him out. One of Denver's best right here, Steve O'Malley.
Yeah.
All right, have a good day.
You too.
All right.
Alrighty.